Hey Sam, welcome back. So we are doing Hot Take Music Mondays. Yep, with Generation Gap here on YouTube. Second
Oh yeah.
installment, and my hot take for this week is that I really don't like Interpol's last album, and this is terrible for me to say this. I'm really having a tough time with this. We've mentioned it a few times on our podcast. Interpol is one of my favorite bands of all time. Um, Turn on the Bright Lights is like a masterpiece of an album. And then they released this
Mhm.
album called The Other Side of Make Believe this past year, 2022. And like it was super hyped. I couldn't wait to hear it. And I don't even know, I know I told you privately, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the podcast or
Yeah.
not, but like I specifically did not listen to it before it was released because they would like drop a track and then they would drop another track and then 3 days later another track would come out and I'm like, no, I want to listen to the whole thing from beginning to end without having to like listen to it in chunks. And I've given it
Mhm.
like 15 chances. There's one good track, maybe two good tracks. I just don't like it.
I think that's fair. I
Yeah.
think they really have continuously been slipping since Turn on the Bright Lights,
Yeah.
personally speaking. And I like the album cover more than I enjoy the record, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
brilliant the artwork that goes along with the album is brilliant. And there's two tracks. I mean, the opening track Tony is really really good. It's like gets stuck in your head good. I love that track. And then there's a track called Grand Hotel, which is also it's a good track. It's a solid Interpol track. But that's two tracks out of 11 and the rest are kind of hard to listen to. In fact, track 2
Yeah.
Fables um like I get angry because it's like the tempo is off. Like it sounds like an old fashioned tape machine when it would be running, and then you like put your hand on it and slow it down a little bit, and it's like it goes
Yeah.
like it's like someone was like messing with it. I'm sure they didn't do that. Maybe they did that, but like it's not a good album. That's my hot take. It's not a good album. I'm
That's a fair
sorry,
hot
Paul
take.
Banks.
My hot take is even though it got a little
Mm,
weird or a lot weird, the NBC's like New Year's Eve coverage with Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton was not
okay,
bad. Not bad. Especially when they had David Byrne from the Talking
I
Heads come on. I was
yeah,
like, I don't know who thought this would be a good idea. When I think Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus, I definitely don't think Talking Heads.
nope,
But I'm down for it. They did a good cover of Let's Dance, the
yeah.
David Bowie track. Um, a few other covers were a little like, I don't know. It did get a little weird at some parts, but overall, I was all like, there's worse things I could be watching while waiting for the ball to drop.
Interesting. I didn't really see much of that. I was going back and forth between um, Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen, which
I saw
was
some of that
okay. They
too.
were okay. I love how it's just kind of free reign. They're just unscripted, but then they have the earpiece in, so they can like rein them back in. Like it's always crystal clear when they like go too far and like someone yells at them in their earpiece, and they're like, "Okay, we got to stop. We got to stop."
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I miss when they were able to
they
drink. It
wouldn't
was
let them drink this
hilarious.
year. They just said no. Yeah, I didn't see any of the Miley Cyrus though. Yeah, it sounds like it. I love David Byrne. I love Talking Heads. So yeah,
Yeah, he was because I remember watching it and thinking like I don't know which there is no reason David Byrne
no,
should be here right now and participating this much. I was seeing him every like 7 minutes, and he would perform something
that's
with
surprising.
Miley, and I was like, this
Yeah.
makes no sense, but
Yeah,
I'm down
that's
for it.
that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. I wish I no, I'm sure there's YouTube. I can like YouTube it and see what they were up to. Um, yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think if I saw any musicians on New Year's Eve last night. I saw no. Did I see anybody? I probably did. If they were good, I don't remember. So sorry.
Yeah, right. If it was somebody
Yeah,
interesting,
I don't think
you would have
I would.
remembered.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would have remembered. So that's our hot take. Cool. All right.
Cool.
I'll catch you on the next one, Sam.
Listen,
See ya.
thank you for listening.